So what is this consciousness? When are you conscious of yourself? That is the beginning of consciousness. You understand? We are not conscious of ourselves if there is no problem. Right? If there is no conflict, if there is no anxiety, uncertainty, when there is no battle between you and me, then we're not conscious of ourselves at all, which is very, very simple fact. We are only conscious of ourselves when there is a problem. Whether it is sexual problem, ideological problem, or a problem in relationship, a problem with another, with a community, with and so on, so on. So there is only a consciousness that comes into being as we know it when there is an issue. When you are in a conflict of some kind, both biological as well as psychological. Otherwise you're not. This is very important to understand. Though it sounds very simple, it's a very complex thing. A human being is only conscious when he has some kind of issue, problem, a certain quality of fear and so on. When there are none of those, he is not conscious of himself. So consciousness is self-centered. I wonder if you get all this. May I take a breather? So consciousness with which we are concerned, which is to transform what it is into something totally different, which is when there is no problem. You understand? Both biological as well as psychological. And is that possible? That's our inquiry for this morning. It's a great thing to discover this for oneself, that there is a totally different kind of consciousness. Perhaps we won't even use that word consciousness. A different sense, a different dimension, which exists naturally, comes into being when we, with our consciousness, become self-aware. Now we are asking that self-awareness, with all its self-centered activity, can be resolved totally, completely. So we are going to investigate together, examine the nature and the structure of our consciousness. You understand? Why am I struggling so much for you? Huh? So first, what is our consciousness? What is the meaning of that word consciousness? According to the dictionary, not what you think, what you would like to give to it, but the common usage of that word to be found in a dictionary, good dictionary. It says, to be conscious of, to be aware of, to understand, to grasp, to see the significance, to have an intelligent perception, and so on, so on, so on. That is, to be aware of what is happening. Not after it is over or what will happen. To be conscious implies an active, present observation. You understand? Yeah? All right, sir? Good. That is, to be conscious of what actually is going on. That is the meaning of that word. I am conscious that you are sitting there. Not I have been conscious or I will be conscious. You understand what this implies? When you are actually conscious what is going on, there is no time. There is time only when I have been conscious or I will be conscious. That is, where there is an action taking place, there is no time. Right? Only when that action is controlled by the past or shaped according to the future, then time comes into being. Right? You see this? So to be conscious implies what is actually going on. Therefore, there is a freedom from the past and the future. I'm getting... Right? This is fun. We are investigating.